A Hawaii inmate is back behind bars, but he won't be there for long.
KITV4's Paul Drews digs into the accidental release of Edward Robbins.
51-year-old Edward Robbins was serving time for assault and was days away from being discharged from OCCC when suddenly he was released a week early. That was Friday. On Saturday, word went out Robbins was a wanted man again.
Officials are looking for an OCCC inmate who was mistakenly released yesterday.
Sunday night, after being found by state sheriff's deputies, Robbins was returned to OCCC. So why the brief taste of freedom for this inmate? According to the public safety spokeswoman, Robbins' release paperwork had the correct date. It was just misread by prison staff.
Sometimes our staff will miss something or a court document doesn't get to us. Sometimes our staff simply will make a simple mistake.
Public Safety Director Ted Sakai told us in a previously taped interview, because of the high number of prison inmates who are released along with pretrial detainees, there's a lot of paperwork.
We have literally thousands of people who come through our system every year. For example, just the ones who are sentenced, we release about 8,000 a year.
Most are released without problems, but in the past, inmates have sometimes been kept past the end of their sentence, even months past their release date.
We've identified about 17 cases in the past 3 or 4 years out of, 30,000 releases.
But those mistakes can be costly. Take, for example, Wade Itagaki, an inmate who served time for theft. He was kept nearly 3 months after he was supposed to be released and received a settlement from the state for $83,000, $1,000 for every day he was kept behind bars. Paul Drews, KITV4 News.
And while it is not always $1,000 a day in fines, each year the state has had to pay out over-detention settlements to Hawaii inmates.
Now, as for Edward Robbins, he will not be penalized for being released early. He is still scheduled to be discharged from OCCC this Friday.